And good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Music for Gaming. All the gaming of those other streams, but none of the music. It's a very sloshy Thursday. All the sloshiness apparently outside my vault. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Um, yeah, so Thursday, wonderful stuff. Did I have things? Probably, but I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go ahead. Whip on over here. I'm hanging out in my vault. It's daytime. Yeah, so let's jump back here to the project where the joy and fun of all of the bricklaying goodness is going to happen. You know, because that is kind of what happens when you put up a wall. Is you end up with bricks that you're going to place. Now I have done nothing to spawn-proof the top of this, so you know, bad things can spawn inside there at any time, which is its own special breed of fun, I guess. Let's come down here. I want to let's just place a few of these in here just for the sake of, you know, blocks. That's pretty much it, you know. So, hope your days has been going well. I don't know why. I'm just sort of feeling a little blah this evening. Was doing all right, and then you know, just kind of the day sort of was coming down towards the end. It's like, yeah, I'm just not feeling all there right this instant, and I don't know why, but I'm sure it has something to do with, you know, the phases of the moon or something. All right, so right now I thought I'd come through and do a little, well, a little decorating, a little, you know, putting some of these cool little designs. I don't know why this design is so cool or whatever, but it is, and it's definitely going places. It's like, yeah, this is a design that is happening here. Also, be nice if I sort of matched what was happening on the rest of the walls. All right, so now I just want to come over here and pick this up. Oh man. Yep, it is. Has it been a day for everyone else? You know, just sitting down there and thinking, you know what, man, it's been a day. That's kind of where I'm at. Now, maybe it's because I just didn't sleep well last night. That's possible. I tried to sleep. Eventually I did, but just wasn't like that type of sleep where you wake up and say, you know what, this was the best sleep ever. And, you know, sometimes I'd like to have the best sleep ever, but that didn't happen last night. So I'm going to just fall down off this hill just a little bit. All right. Okay, I don't recall if that's going to have to... I think I have to go down one... No, I think that's right. I suppose I could put additional patterns on this wall too, but... Dude, how did you... Oh, yeah, it's like, how did you get up there? Oh, he walked. Turns out, it's not that hard. Okay, so this is going down this way. We got... It's a short wall, so this paint job goes down a little bit further. It also goes up a little bit further too, but cheese nuggets. Okay, so got that. So get that going there. I'll slap a little bit. Unfortunately, I've been horribly inconsistent on where exactly that goes. So part of me kind of wants that to angle up that way, but let's see. So I think this one, well, it wasn't on this side. It's what, about 3 blocks from 4? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Cool. So let's come out here. 1, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. So if I start one right around in here, all right. So we'll just get the purple concrete. It's actually blue terracotta. It's still very purple. There's just no denying that. Okay. So now if I continue this pattern here roughly, that and that. All right, see these go there and there. And what did I do? Just was actually over one and up. This one, cheese nuggets, woven. I knew it was you as soon as I heard the hiss. Woven. Oh man, how's it going? I think I need to fix that one. Hope your evening is going well. Yep, I definitely have arrived. Also, thank you for those bits and scaring me out of 3 years of my life, which I can't afford to lose. All right, is that? Yeah, I think that'll be good. I might, actually, as I'm looking at this, I might want to drop this down just a little bit. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah, let's take this pattern down a block. Working on your towers. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yep, towers are fun. Well, I think I'll just maybe slip through here and pick up all of this garbage I've been dropping on the floor behind me. All right, so those are going to go there. I'm going to start adding some texture in a few of these other places too, but I haven't gotten there yet. You know, sometimes it's like, all right, just do all the texturing while I build it. That would be probably more efficient, but can't have that now. All right. It's almost time to sleep. Almost. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. But it's, you know, I said it was Thursday when I introduced the stream. It's not. It's actually Tuesday. Now I feel really depressed. I was kind of hoping for, hey, tomorrow is actually Friday. That's not quite how days work. Bummer. All right, well, you know. C'est la vie, as they say in French. At least that's what they used to say when I was taking French. Yep. Man. That means I've got a whole week to go through. No wonder it's like it. I wonder it felt like it was been forever since I streamed. Because it has been. It was Saturday. Okay, so now let's see. Is that about right? I think I need to go down one more. Cool. I get this eventually. All right. Yep. Cool. And then get another one. Yeah. So there are a couple of these I might want to move. Like this one, I think I want to move up perhaps a little bit. That one I need to fix the X because it's a little bit too... These blocks are a little too high. Yep, see the merchant agrees with me. These are too high. It's always good to have a traveling merchant to agree with you when things are not right. Okay, so those are going to go there. Oh, boy. So, what else has been going on? It's been... Oh, well, it's so super calm and quiet and all that fun stuff because, hey, you know, it's what happens when everything's on lockdown. Nobody goes anywhere. Not that I actually went anywhere anyway, because, oops, that's wrong. Because I'm just not the type of person who likes to go places. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit better. I think I need to shorten these here a little bit. Okay, so that's going to come down. This one's going to come out. And I think I'll need to do the same thing over here. Yeah. All right. We'll just pop a block out from each side. All right, cool. Now, I suppose if I were smart, I would maybe like measure the distance between those. See this wall, you need shorter barrier walls by the tower. That makes sense. Oh, thank you. Yep, it's definitely a wall. It goes on for a while. I was hopping over here on this island. It's like, yep, that is a wall. You know, I like the little shield dealy bobs on it. I thought about putting one here, but there really isn't room. The wall's too short. So we'll just drop another fun little X thing on it. All right. I don't really want to count it. Let's see. I think right about here. Yes, friends, a new turbo Ginsu. All right, it slices, it dices, makes French fries. All right, I think this will work. Yep, right there like that. You know, I like this this purple. It's not overpowering. Like if you get the purple concrete, that's really bright. This is a little bit more subdued, which is nice. I was trying to come up with a pun for subdued, and I'm thinking, well, yeah, it's just some really chill dude in a underwater machine. So you know, he's a sub dude, and honestly, that joke wasn't going anywhere. So. Yeah, just off my game a little bit. Or a lot. You know, how bad does a joke have to be before you realize this isn't actually going to work? You know what? That needs to slide over, I think, 2 blocks. I think what I want to do is put, or maybe just 1 block. Because I think I actually want to put the vertical bar over there, which then puts, yeah. All right. Time to fix it. This is what I get for not counting or planning or, you know, any of those other things that, you know, cool people do. I don't know. Cool people plan. Is that something that's just part of being cool? I can't recall too many super cool things that happened in my life that were planned. You know, my wedding, perhaps. That was super cool. And was actually planned. So, you know, I didn't have a spontaneous wedding. But, come back here, blocks. I need you for your expertise in being blocks. It was kind of fun, I suppose. Yesterday I was well, I think that was wrong. That one actually needs to come out and be purple. Spent some time yesterday. I was doing some video editing, getting the highlight reel up for the last week of streams. Just wrong. Just a short little thing, plus a number of fun little snippets that have been thrown up on TikTok. However, TikTok seems to have me shadow banned, and I'm not entirely sure why. And it's not as if they're willing to tell me. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yep, I was, for a while, you know, I just put the separate segments up on TikTok, and yep, great. People were seeing them. Great, wonderful. And then suddenly all of the videos were getting 0 views. Okay. So I apparently cheesed off the Chinese somehow. It was probably I don't know what it was. Some discussion of mining and crafting, I'm sure. Or I uploaded videos from my PC instead of my phone, and it just really they don't know what to make of me now. Or I had been using TikTok with 2 different accounts on my phone. I don't know. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay. That one seems a little low. Actually, that one kind of does too, but I'd centered these little X things with those shields. So I may want to move them up. All right. Now then this wall needs to come around. I have some things I want to think about over here, because partly I think I want to throw a tower over here, because the castle is going to continue up this way, and the main gate for the building, actually this is more like a walled city than a castle. But the main gate's going to be over here. Of course, now that I think about it, of course, I could tear down this hill, or I could leave it and run one road that way and one road that way, which would actually not be a bad thing, especially if I continue and build some wall coming over here to a castle and stuff over this way. So yeah, that's a possibility. Definitely a possibility. So let's come flop down here. Ah, man. Yep, I need to figure out a number of things. I was digging through. I think I did this. Might have done this off stream. Just a little bit of a hey, where does this go? Right, because I know it's going to cut through on this side. And I have so many wandering traders here. That one, and I think there was one more inside. It's like I'm hosting a convention. It's just this guy doesn't know how to get there. All right, so I'm over here. Let's do some of this. Take out some wall there. And that one's in the wrong place, but I'm sure no one will notice, right? That's how castles work, right? No one notices the weak spot in the castle. All right, now I do want to take out just a bit of this. Actually, like a lot of it. I want to straighten this out. Oops. Grab the hammer here for a moment. I just want to line this up with the rest of the wall. It's going to be coming through here just a bit. I really like having power tools, I don't know what add-on this is, but it's really nice. All right, so let's see now. Where is this? Okay, so that's going up that way. All right, so let's see. We're going. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to go and tear this out. Okay, and then this wall comes up here. Now, I think what I want to do is I want to leave at least part of this sticking out a bit. How that works, I don't know. I may play with that some. I might even end up taking it out. But for now it's there. No, there's no may about it. I'm taking it out. I'm sorry. For those of you who happen to like May and think it's a lovely month, yeah, it's not happening. This is coming out. Yeah, May is not happening. Feels like none of this year has been happening because of the quarantining. All right. Well, that's not entirely right, but it's not a huge issue either. Go and just drop that in place. All right, get all the blocks. I think I got all the blocks. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I need to do more. I didn't have time this week to really throw a good dang, why am I blanking on words? Time lapse. That's the word I'm looking for. Haha. Get there eventually. Just stuff. I was playing with. I'm still trying to figure out how to best utilize replay mod and all that stuff. So, I'm working on that. It's a process. Okay, now this is coming this way. Now, I'm not entirely sure how far or deep or wide or what that I want this to go. Right, so it'll come around this way. Now, this is as high as it is because it's lined up partly with this arch. Okay, that's part of it. Which is a fun arch, and I don't really want to trim it down. So this is coming along this way. I don't know that this needs to go this high all the way over, but maybe over to right around here might work. That's a possibility. All right, let's go take some of this dirt out here. So a lot of this will be easier once I figure out where the heck is this castle going. All right, you know, it's like at some point kind of know what it's doing, but for a lot of it, I have no clue. This is just, hi, I'm building a big castle. Giant walled city, it's gonna be a thing. Just like this block hanging here off the side. Whew. All right. Let's see. Okay, so that's going to go that way. Now that's a good place for this section of castle to kind of stop. Right? And just run that over and across this way somewhere. Of course, if I leave that up that high, that's an okay thing too. Now I was thinking, I said I was sort of building this going with the hillside, which is why it's all weird shaped. But I don't know if I want this. Obviously, I think I want this to go higher than the hill, so maybe I do want it to come up this high. So let's go ahead. I'm going to come up with every other block here. And the reason I'm going every other block is it puts me... there we go, just like that. It basically just puts me on these corners. And as I was looking at this earlier, I have some thoughts. So let me get this tower up here, then I'll share some of those thoughts. Or I'll just fall down here, and that's okay too. So you see, as I swing around this way, ooh, ancient Greek and Roman pork. That could be fun. I have a hard time mimicking styles sometimes. So I was looking at this, right? I was doing every other one, partly because it's the angle of this, right? It's not a 45 degree. It's, I don't know, whatever angle that is. But I ended up with this sort of pillars approach. And I think I want to drop in a separate color back behind the gray. So that ends up with a different texture. Now I could do that all the way up. And just bring that all the way up to the castle this way if I wanted to. It's an obtuse angle. That's right. It is an angle that is greater than 90 degrees. It's certainly not a cute angle. It just doesn't have the dimples and stuff. And I was thinking about that too. Is stick with the purple. Give it that sort of theme. I was thinking I might come at it with blue, but right, because I've got the blue there and the shields and stuff. But if I come down here, let's see. And let's see, how do I want to approach this? I think maybe I'll just stick it in there. So, right, if I stick this in here like this, right, just slide in here like this. Oh, right, you can't do anything with it. Well, yeah. Okay, so I think I'll take this dirt block out too, right? Okay, but you kind of see what that... Ooh, that looks cool. That will look really cool. Sure, the purple disappears from this angle, but as you sail around and stuff, the purple will show up. So that's cool. Now, whether I want it to go all the way up or not, I'm not entirely sure. But, come on. No, that's cracked. It's okay. Come on. You can do it. Do it. Do it now. Alright, so sometimes flying just doesn't work. You just jump it. And sometimes you still go too high that way. Okay. Alright, well, let's grab a quick nap because nothing is really safe over here. That wall is going to kill me until I get it all lit up and whatever else along it. Whew. Yeah, because this is going to be huge, right? You see where this is? Let's head out to the this iceberg here. Right, you kind of see where this is going to go. This is going to be a big flippant castle. Which I guess was sort of the idea, but all right. And to be fair, you don't see too many castles that are flipping. Most of them just kind of sit there. It's like they got stuck playing red light, green light, and never did hear the green light call come. All right. I'll throw a couple of those in there too. Oh, yeah. You know, I'm really bad, apparently, at judging that angle. It's like, oh, where's this block? Well, it's there somewhere. Oh, I need more stone. Fortunately, I've got a bit. Well, I even have some bricks, so I'll just grab those. That works. Yeah, so the plan is I'll come around this way with this wall. I'll bring castle wall along that cliff face and around this way a bit. And probably what I'm going to do is cut this straight almost... I don't know, I might swing around this hill, or I'd probably cut straight across here just a little bit. Because otherwise this becomes like a really narrow... castle. Which is okay, I suppose, but would seem a little odd, you know? Honestly, I think it's going to be easier to just come over here and do it from this side. No, it's not, because I don't know how high it's going to be. Never mind. Sometimes I just wonder about myself. It's like, is there a better way to do this? It's like, probably. All right. The other thing I've been doing in my spare time is just doing a little mining down around my vault, just because I need, well, stone, for example. I've got an iron farm, so iron's less important than it used to be. Redstone's kind of nice, Get up there. There we go. And I managed to find a slime chunk. Okay, slime chunks are fun. It's one of the problems I've had is not having enough slime, so this was an exciting thing. I was starting to wonder, it's like, okay, I'm using all these sticky pistons, and I'm running out of sticky to put on them. And honestly, I don't have the option of just blowing my nose on the piston, so... which actually sounds really gross, and maybe I shouldn't do that. But still, Come back here. Up we go. All right. But so I found a slime chunk. So I've been spending some time just sort of mining out that chunk. Um, so I've got an easy way of farming some slimes. And it turns out the server doesn't have a... yeah, that's right. That's right. So just sneeze on the piston. That's right. I look forward to colds because it allows me to make more sticky pistons. You know, just... I think I feel a sticky piston coming. You know, it works out all right. But you know, I spent some time digging all of that out, and starting to get some of the platforms in place to farm the slimes, and you know, all the golems and whatever I need to pull the slimes out into the kill areas. And as I was saying, I don't think there's anything in any place in town, in the central hub of the city. Oh, am I out of... Wow, it's amazing how fast you go through stone when you're placing, you know, 20 block high towers. You know? All right, so we'll just grab... I should probably grab some more. All right, also, I don't need a snowball. Sneeze in public? Yes, that's... People don't always understand that. It's like, oh, yeah, excuse me, I was just trying to make a sticky piston. Yeah, don't mind me. And they're like, dude, that's not okay. All right. I had another joke to go there too, but this is a family-friendly channel. I didn't think it was going to be appropriate, so. Oh, I'm outside the jump boost. Okay. Why am I not jumping any higher? Let's see. I've walked too far. Yeah, this is the first time I've tried building with having a beacon handy. I kind of like it. But also then you start getting used to it, and you know, it's just crazy. Yeah. That's right. Egon, your mucus. Yeah, so somebody blows their nose and you want to keep it, right? So, okay, cool. So we've got ourselves getting the framework here. This castle, you know. Yeah, I think if I fill that whole thing in with the purple, it's going to be too much. But if I segment it, oops, that was the wrong tool. It's all right. But if I segment it, so for now, right, you look at, I've got this sort of bottom area with purple. Right, I might fill some of that in. I have another area, maybe maybe this height down that's not purple, and then fill in the rest. Something along those lines. That might work. It was one of the fun scenes. It was in the trailer for the new Ghostbusters movie. What's it? Ghostbusters Rebirth or whatever they call it. The kid manages to find his way down into Egon's collection. Yeah, it's just his old Ghostbusters stuff, right? All his personal stuff. And you see his collections of spores, molds, and fungus. And the kid is reasonably freaked out by this. Actually, I think he just reasonably ignored it. It just seemed kind of gross. But that's a movie I was sort of excited about. I wasn't going to see it in the theaters because I almost never see anything in the theaters anyway. But yeah, it's just I love the original Ghostbusters. It was such a fun movie, and so I'm really excited to see what they actually do with this incarnation of a reboot. I never did get around to seeing the one they did with all the female protagonists. I mean, I've heard some people say it was okay, others say it was not great. Yeah. Ooh, purple to blue to cyan. That would be an interesting idea, too. One of the things I was looking at doing before I was working on this wasn't too bad. Okay, that's good to know. I've got it. When I set up with Movies Anywhere, maybe a while back, they threw it in as, hey, thanks for signing up. We'll give you this movie free. So I've got it. I just haven't watched it. Oh, yeah. The original Ghostbusters was awesome. And that is why I have a couple of good Ghostbusters quotes on the soundboard. But okay, so I think this is going to go this way. Yeah, it will. I'll angle around with this hill, right? Because this hill is going to be the main castle. So what's going to happen down here is this will be a little bit lower wall coming up this way. All right, separating some form of little township area over here from the rest of this good stuff this way. Anyway, as I was saying before too, one of the things I was looking at toying with was using blue ice with sandstone. It has a really nice contrast. Well, that wouldn't work with the gray. The sandstone wouldn't. I may use that as in part of the build too. So some thoughts along those lines. You talk about using the cyan and the blue. That might definitely be the way to go. And if I keep it to the terracotta so it's not overly bright, that might work. That might. All right, so I'm going to come this way. Let's figure out how high this wall is going to be here first. Well, timing was off on that one just a touch. All right. So I think this is going to come up to at least here. Okay. Probably, that might go a little higher, but I think that's probably good for the that first one. Actually, I was kind of surprised. The Ghostbusters 2 wasn't that bad either. It wasn't quite as good. I don't think it had quite the charm the first one had, but it was still a fun movie. I used to watch on Saturday mornings. They had the cartoon, The Real Ghostbusters. I used to watch that all the time. It was a fun time for cartoons then. It was Ghostbusters, and what else was on that Saturday morning? It was like Darkwing Duck, and I think Garfield and Friends was on there. All sorts of fun shows. Back when they still had Saturday morning cartoons. Dude, do I get another? Okay. Yeah. Watched a few of the cartoons. Yeah, it wasn't a bad show. I think they did, I don't want to say they quite dumbed it down, but they definitely made it a little more kid friendly. But I still thought they kept the feel of the movie pretty well. Some of it was definitely cheesy and such too, but it is what it is. All right. All right. Okay, so I'm going to just bring this up this way. And bring this one up now, too. Suppose I might as well just do the whole wall at the same time, but... All right. What's my Y level up here? 91. Cool. $90.91. Okay. So that'll go across there. I just wanted to make sure I knew where this part of the wall was coming. And honestly, I might lower it, though having it all the same height has some advantages here too. I thought it was interesting too. One of the first, I don't know if it's the first episode of the Real Ghostbusters cartoon, was right after they deal with Gozer. And they give Venkman the job to destroy the uniforms that were all covered. Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, creeper is nice. Yep. But yeah, they had given Venkman the job of destroying the old uniforms. And he put it off. And then eventually they ended up having to fight their old uniforms. It was a little weird. Not too out of the ordinary, I suppose, for the show, but it was kind of fun. Yeah, I've had a few of those creeper moments. Of course, some of those were your fault, Wolven, but, you know. I had a weird moment, too. So, one of the features we've got on this server is we've got these vaults that we can set up. And they're basically fully enclosed bedrock boxes. Okay, nobody can get into them. Right? Because it's bedrock, nothing spawns. Now, I do have a couple of places where I've got a stone brick, which are theoretically spawnable, but I've got lots of light and all that stuff. I logged in. There was an Enderman in there, which I've never seen before. And a cat. I have no idea how a cat got in there, because I thought all of the cats I had in that area were... Oops, that one. There we go. We're already sitting and stuff, so... Yeah, it's a little strange. Oh, I don't have any smooth wall. Or smooth stone. That's alright. Or regular stone, actually. Oops, that's not what goes there. I mean, the purple would be fun, too, but... I don't think so. Not at this point in the wall. All right. Come on. Hop up. There we go. I'm just going to sit here and bounce. You know, it's a thing. Yeah, it's not too bad. Let's get down here and throw another block in like that. Cool. Honestly, that's not too bad. It's going to be a little bit... might seem a little high and imposing on this side. Right? So if I've got a little city in here... Actually, that might not be too bad. Some of the houses might actually end up with roofs and things taller than the wall on that side. So, yeah. Might be all right. And then, yeah, this will come across this way. And we'll connect into the castle as it wraps around this. As I replace, basically, this hill with the castle. Yeah. So, yeah, so a build working with the terrain, but also replacing the terrain. So, you know. Cool. So that's going to come this way. The castle is going to swing around this way. Now, what I might do... So if I bring it around, instead I'm basically replacing this mountain or incorporating this mountain into the main castle design. So it's going to slide around this way. Going to cut across here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll leave that hill. Bring castle across from this cliff face. Yeah, maybe this one. All right, maybe I'll bring a wall across from here. Carve off, yeah, that little extra bit that's sticking out. Come on, you can do it. Place the block, man. Oops, that's too far. Okay, and then if I bring out from this direction. All right, now. Okay, so this is a little bit better, I suppose. So now the fun is going to be, how do I want to incorporate this hill? I think what I want to do is do it from the ground where I can actually see the shape of the hill. And then I'll move it up and catch other things. But that's a good start. Whew, boy, oh boy. All right. Grab a quick nap. Let's go see what the rest of this hill is doing. All right, so basically, as I said, I'm bringing the castle wall along this stretch of hill. So let's come down here. And I think I'll bring it straight this way. Right? Because the hill is basically going straight there. And then if I... Oops. Well, maybe I should have grabbed some dirt while I was over here. Or dirt, some stone. You go through a lot of stone building walls of this type. All right. Let's go ahead and get a bunch of stone brick. Oh, I should also get some stone that's not bricked, I suppose. Okay. I do have a little bit more of the cracked stone, but I don't need to break into that quite yet. All right, so this is going to come this way. Yeah, I think that'll make sense. I'll go ahead and maybe use a shovel. I've heard shovels are really, really useful for removing dirt. I'm not entirely sure I believe it, but that's the story I've heard anyway. Okay, so that's going to slide across like that. Okay. Now, here's the question, because I've got this lovely overhang coming out here, right? I could leave it. I could bring it down. Right, so I've got sort of this outside area. Of course, I kind of like the idea. Maybe what I'll do is I'll leave the overhang. But do I want to angle this way a little bit? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is going to slide right on over here. Yeah. And now I'm going to fall because I didn't properly prepare my flights. You got to engage the engines at the right time, you know. And maybe what I'll do is I'll leave the overhang maybe I'll arch or whatever up, but then have the rest of the castle come up this way. That, I think, will make some sense. Come on. We can do it. Yes, we can. So this is at, what's the Y level on this one? 106. Which I think I'm a block too low here. Yeah. All right, so this needs to come up to here. All right, so this is definitely a thing. Now, a lot of this is going to end up getting removed as well. You know, because I'm going to come in, I'm going to put in some windows, I'm going to do some other stuff along those lines. And, you know, I think actually I do want to put it on the inside. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Let's... I was watching, who was it, Crimulus, I think, who had a little Python script that he was using that would basically jiggle his scroll wheel a little bit and would randomize his block placement. So as he was filling in with glass, and I can't remember what he was tearing out. He was building a sort of a castle in the sky type thing. And it was so having the randomness was kind of fun for some of his lighting and whatever blocks he was placing there. Oops, that's too high. Is that right? Okay. Yeah. I think I'll bring that way. Okay, so that could be interesting, but I'm going to go ahead and just take these out. These ones that I went forward on. All right, cool. So these will all slide down this way. Well, you know, that block could go there, I suppose, but it's not going to. So, you know. All right, pig. You've baked your last kun. That doesn't make any sense at all. All right. It was supposed to be a play on bacon, but that just didn't work. All right. Cool. So let's see now. Let's go and just bring this down this way. All right. So now I'm a little far inside, but it's actually not bad. Okay, because then I can run, if I run wall, just sort of accept that I'm on the outside of this hill. Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah, and then this just sort of wrap around this way. Yeah, it's interesting here. It's just as I'm looking at it, because I was talking about it the other day. I basically am replacing this entire mountain range. Right, this whole segment right around here. Coming around this way. All around here, all around this way. To the edge of this forest, because this is a really steep hill. And just bringing the castle sort of all the way around this way. Okay, so it's going to be huge, right? And it said it's just this big. So it all just it said it becomes this big walled city. Now, as I said, I'm not entirely sure how this all is going to work. I'm almost certain that they're. Well, that's sort of a weird thing. Certainly, there's going to be like towers and stuff. Look at this. It's like a staircase. Just gonna. How much easier do you want it to be to climb a mountain? Well, we'll just walk up the stairs. Okay, yeah, maybe it gets the stairs get a little twisty here. But yeah, this is about as easy a climb as you could ask for, right? All right, fun. Sure. I said if I get really crazy, turn this mountain. I don't know if I want to turn. Whoops, let's get out of the cloud. I don't know if I would turn this whole mountain into another castle, but. Oh, but look at this. Ooh. Sometimes they're just cool formations. You just look at this, like, I kind of want to do something with that. I just don't know what. But I like the idea of bridging across to that. And, it kind of makes some sense, right? You have this giant castle. This is right there. You build across to it. Maybe you do something. Maybe I'll leave it. I don't know, but it'll be an interesting thing to play with, certainly. All right, let's get this wall up this way. Sometimes it's like, all right, that's a problem for future me. I'm not entirely sure if future me is going to appreciate all the problems I keep leaving him. But, there are times when it's like, honestly, future me is going to be much better equipped to deal with all of these problems than current me currently is, right? It's like, future me, you are a much more confident, competent, and able practitioner of the decision-making arts than I am right now. So, maybe we can work something out. Okay, so we'll just bring this up this way. Maybe, take this out. Yeah, what'll be interesting here is I designed this. I think this section that I'm working on here. So basically this area is going to be one major component of the castle, right? So coming around this way. And I don't know exactly how it's all going to work, what all it's going to go where, how, why, what, when, any of that stuff. All those questions that you're taught to ask as a reporter. I took 3 weeks of journalism in high school or something. We covered that, or maybe it was elementary school, and we did the 3 W's of investigative writing. 3 W's, 5 W's, actually. There was who, what, where, when, why, and how much. Who's going to bribe me to make them look good in the story? That type of thing. I think those are the important things you got to figure out, right? Okay, yeah. So this is going to come across, that part of the castle's there. This just looks silly, right? Because that wall goes off at an angle. It's just, well, that's true. Unless you are a reporter, that's always the catch. I was never a reporter. I did play one on the internet briefly, in my brief career as a blogger, when I was trying to do some sort of brief investigative blogging, and then pretty much just pontificating stuff. Yep, absolutely. Have fun, Wolven. Have an excellent rest of your night. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, we have an excellent evening. All right, let's finish getting this wall in. All right, so that's going that way. Let's take out some dirt. You know, and maybe randomly place blocks in the wrong place. Okay, so let's go ahead and take out this dirt because it's not going to want to be here. Actually, the dirt might want to be there, but I don't want the dirt there, and that's really what's important. You know, it's not what the dirt wants, it's what I want that counts. Dirt, you know, is just, you know, it's an inanimate object. I can enact my will upon it, and it can't complain. Okay, so just bring this across this way. All right, so I think, let's see, what do I want to do with this castle on this side? So most of this section of hill, I'll probably take out. I might leave this. In fact, I can see that actually being a balcony or a patio or something along those lines. Heads out to like a garden up here with this. So if I place like a city or something out here, some part of a village, this neighborhood, right? And then there's this tunnel, which I don't think it goes there now, but this tunnel, which will eventually, you know, come through to, you know, something, right? This neighborhood here, some neighborhood over here, right? Just see, the way I envision it is you've got this big walled city. There's the main keep that runs through the middle of the city and then acts as almost a dividing line, right? So you get this part of the city over there, obviously the castle that comes here, that part of the city that's over there, you know, and some that sort of lives out in this area, right? And then of course more castles surrounding that way. And where the spine of this mountain range comes through, there'll be tunnels and tunnels really, that will go through and be the connecting lines between all of the neighborhoods. If you're looking at like backstory for this area, then those could be closed off to defend different sections of the city. All right. Now, who was I watching? It may have been Good Times with Scar, who was talking about the importance of having a backstory to your build. Not like you need to know the full history of everything that happens in your area, but the idea is that if you have a backstory, you have an idea of what the build is, it helps shape how you approach what you're building. Okay? So it helps speak to the design that goes into it. It helps speak to maybe the materials you're putting in, the style you're using, all of those different things. And maybe informs like, okay, I'm putting in a tunnel. What type of tunnel is it? Do I need to put in some decorations that look like, okay, this is a gate that can close, or there are guard posts and things like that. So that backstory becomes sort of important to your build process. Okay. All right, now I'm just curious. Let's see how, so let's see, what is this? This is 93. I think this wall over here is a little bit lower. This is at 91. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I could bring it up higher, but maybe I will as I wrap this around. But yeah. Yeah, because if this is 91. Okay, now I didn't wall this area, right? So kind of what I was thinking, and there's nothing that says I couldn't come back and do that. But I'll get the main castle here, and I could come in and wall this area off, but I could also leave it unwalled, right? So the main castle is there. Part of me still wants to maybe come through and put the walls in, just to protect this section of the city, right? Because as you come down here, this is a rather steep hill leading into a dark forest, right? You get this nice dark oak forest. So having the walls come along here, yeah, we don't know what's in this forest. It's dark. Maybe there are monsters that come out. We're gonna and it goes on for a while, right? This is the Forbidden Forest, right? This is, you almost would expect some form of monster hut. Now, there's a brief plains biome right there, and whoa, right. So who knows what's happening over here? That's a nice mountain right there. This is a good mountain biome, right? So you get this dark forest. Sure, it thins out here later. But, who knows? There could be all sorts of monsters in that forest. So yeah, so coming along here, walling that all off. Ooh. Sort of a fun, it's not quite cave, but certainly an overhang. Right, and so the castle wall will come around. Yeah, and then it becomes, again, part of this castle as it comes around this way. Right, that's sort of the idea. And then this is out here on the plains. I envision building just a town, put in some docks. Here's this nice harbor right there, maybe right in here. All right. Okay, so let's head on over to the bed. Certainly still have plenty of stone bricks, so that's a plus. I also have lots of stone, so I think let's figure out what's happening here. So I've shaped a lot of wall coming around this way, which is definitely a good thing. Let's see what's going to happen here. Now, one of the first things that's going to happen is this tree is going to go away. It's a nice little tree. I'm sure it's been home to a large family of squirrels. But I don't think I actually got any of the wood from that. It's all up there. There we go. All right, so how do I want to deal with this? I'm thinking let's bring the wall up right here, which is convenient because this is right at the same level here. Right. So I'll run this right across this way. Now I might build off a little bit of a tower this way. So something more along the lines of what I did over here. So swing back this way. All right, so here's the main, this castle out here. It's almost like a fort that sits out this way. And then there's this tower that, the wall bisects because that's where the hill was. Right, I might do something along those lines. This sort of external tower that leads into whatever this castle is. You are correct, Sprite. Absolutely correct. It's all about the pudding. I never really did like the song, but it seemed apropos. So how you doing? Hopefully you're having a reasonable day. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, so I think, let's see, where's this? I think I want to come across. Do I want to come across from this row here or the one over? Well, absolutely, you had to add the lyrics. Makes perfect sense. I did sort of invite that when I titled the stream using that song. So not a. This is Pink Floyd, right? Am I remembering that correctly? This was on the radio all the freaking time too when I was growing up. Okay. Okay, so this is going to slide around this way. I think, yeah, it'll just go straight across here, which is fine. Awesome. Yeah. There were a couple of those bands that, they came up a lot for various reasons. A lot of them I didn't listen to, but that was one I just never. There were some I wasn't into. Like, I didn't like most of the metal bands just because they were angry, right? I wasn't totally into that. Floyd was just weird. Maybe it's because I wasn't a stoner. I don't know. All right, so take this out. Okay, so that's going to come this way. Now, if I continue this wall this way, Pig, you're going to have to move. This does not concern you. All right, now, so here's the thing. Do I really want to narrow this castle the way this hill curves in, or do I want to just push it straight? And I'm kind of thinking straight's going to be the way to go here. At least for the base shape. I may do a little bit more later as I work it out. But let's get this part of it, going straight here anyway. All right. And then, so this part of the wall is going to come out from, here. Okay. Right. So this will come this way. Now, all right. Let's see where I want this to go. This is sticking out too far. And somewhere down there. There they are. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Okay, let's bring this down this way so it connects to the hill. Or reasonably close. That's a fairly close facsimile of, connecting. All right, so if I just run this across this way, I'm going to do it down here because I can see what's going on. Hello, friend. What is the shape of your hill today? All right, now let's come across this way. Actually, it seems like a pretty reasonable 45, so we'll just bring it right like this. Yeah, I think so. I think that'll work. Yeah. So just like that. This will come up this way. And yeah, I'm definitely sticking out here just a bit. Okay, so this will just... Is that the right height? Yes. Okay, cool. Now I'm under the influence of the beacon, so everything is, you know, super funky. I'm out of the brick. So much of the brick, and I do not have it. Okay. So this is going to be where the castle... Oops, come on. Up. I'm just going to sit up here and bounce up and down and maybe sometimes, occasionally get a block in the right place. That's just how this goes. Okay, even flying, I can't get blocks in the right place. Come on, get up here where I can stand on something. There we go. There we go. It's a beautiful day. Of course, didn't help that I started this whole stream off confusing Tuesday for Thursday. I was all excited for it to be Thursday. And then it's like, oh, wait, no. That whole Thursday thing, yeah, that's not where we're at today. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. So go ahead and just bring this down so I can see where this wall is down at ground level. And I'll just splash into that pool too, because it seems like a reasonable thing to do. Okay, yeah, and all those blocks I placed in the wrong spot. It's all right. All right, so let's see. What do I have? Just fill those out. And, well, no. It's andesite and stuff. That's other stuff. Great. Oh, grab some more of the cracked stone. Did I have one of these boxes that had cobble? That one did. Great. Okay, so that's should be all the right place. Assuming I'm looking at it correctly. Yeah. Okay. So this I'm going to shave off. And then I'll bring it over, bring the rest of the castle down this way. Cool. So that'll slide across that way and then form that edge of this castle. All right, cool. Oh, wow. This is huge, but I'm glad I'm getting the framework of all of this in place. It seems like a lot of, I don't want to say needless work. It just, there's a lot of preparation. I don't typically do that. You know, prepare for things. Actually, I think I've got a box that I've got flint in. Do I not? I don't know. Oh, I do. Haha! Okay, so... Alright, so let's go ahead and just... Oops, those are the wrong blocks, but that's okay. Okay, so the castle wall is going to come this way. Well, I don't think it's going to take this jog here. Let's go ahead and fix that. All right, so bring this up this way. Yeah, I am sort of building around the torches because I managed to put torches right where I want to put this wall, which was not at all intentional, but it happens. I said I am the king of placing torches where I'm going to eventually be taking them out again. Okay, cool. All right, so that's going to be the main keep on this side. Now, I haven't decided yet if I want to leave this open or if I want to cover it, but I'm thinking leave it open just because I've got this cool arch going on here. Now, I am thinking of closing off this arch. Maybe putting some glass, a bunch of glass behind it, filling out a little bit, something along those lines. Making it a huge, like, stained glass window. I think that'll be cool. Right? So have that there. Maybe open all of this up, have some tunnel going that way. Maybe bring it inside through here rather than out here, which would make a little bit more sense, probably. Actually, let's come from here-ish. Right, so if I bring this in this way. Oops. Well, yes, my friends, I think there's going to be some blocks missing here. I'm just not used to the speed here. This is it's like Minecrafting on speed. You probably shouldn't do it, but it is a little it is fast. Okay, cool. So do I have all this lit? Awesome. Oh, okay. So yeah, insta-mining. Great. Okay, so this will be the roadway in here and then out to whatever little thing happens out this way. May not be much. I'm in the castle walls here, so right. So there may not be a lot happening over this way. Just all right, we'll block it off and there's whatever is there. I don't actually have to build on every block in the area. I just usually do. Now, there's so many of these guys. So I think there are 3 or 4 of them wandering around this area. So if anybody needs wandering traders, I know where they're all at. They're all around here, Okay, so that went that way. So I've got wall going along there. What's happening here? This is the next question. So what I might do, actually I could leave that hill. Run castle. I'm definitely running castle wall along this mountain. And I could leave this hill. I could end up tearing it out, flatten a building part of it. I don't know. But I do like the idea of it coming through that way in some way. Right. Build out this neighborhood. Maybe a little bit of something there. If I leave this hill, said it can totally stay natural there. That would be okay. It's just, hey, look, there's just this big hill. It's City Center Hill, right? Castle goes that way. There's this big hill. I could even build the city up inside of it. That actually might be interesting. Okay, because if the city could build up and be taller than the wall, and that would be okay. And then we got all this stuff over here. So let's figure out what's going to happen here. Now, when I was originally setting this up, I had the thought that I would have the gate into the main city would be over here. Okay, so anyone who wants to come into the city from the outside world would sail in over here, right, to docks that are either, well, actually, I might set up like 3 sets of docks. One here, and one over here. Either of those might be interesting. I may want to take out that island just to, if ships are coming in, and then if I have road come up from whatever's happening here. Okay, so the idea is, here are the docks, right? There's a city that gets built up outside the walls, right? And then if I build a road that comes up this way, okay? It comes up around here through a gate this way. So it's a little bit of a twisty, but that's defensively a good thing. And then comes up this way. Let me keep the waterfall, but make it better. Nature did not do a good enough job with this waterfall. I have to make it better. That's how Minecraft works. Okay, so, and then if I have the path split here. So one goes this way. And then one road goes this way. And then I could build up a center. Yeah, I like that idea. Build up a sort of a central guardhouse tower that guards both roads. Yeah, okay, cool. So that'll work. So let's figure out, let's build some wall here. Yeah. Come on. So this is going to come this way. All right, and I'll block the waterfall, but that's just part of life. All right, so that'll come up this way, and then I could even continue this wall. Let's do it. I was thinking I might do a little bit of a, let's not use the hammer. Let's do it this way. I was thinking first I might continue the 45s all the way across, which will then put it right across to there. That's actually not too bad. I could do that. There was part of me that wanted to change the angle here. And I still might. Right? But as that comes up that way, that's actually not too bad. I could live with that. All right. So the castle wall comes this way. Okay, like that. All right, and then I'll have a wall continue there. So I think the plan will be to have the waterfall come down under the road, under the wall, and then either into a fountain there or down into the ocean. Either would be cool. Down into the ocean would kind of make a little bit of sense, especially if I'm dropping the level of the waterfall. Right, so let's come back this way, smash into the wall because, you know, it doesn't hurt, so who cares? Right? Yeah, if I tear out part of this wall so the waterfall falls down perhaps a little straighter, um, maybe into a little pool under the road, and then down into a little channel perhaps. And actually it's sort of it would be a moat almost. Come down into a moat coming this way. So if you want to get into the castle, sure, you can climb these cliffs, which aren't that steep, I suppose. But you still have to cross this river, which would be inconvenient at the very least. All right, and now on this side, yeah, let's come out from here. Okay, so this is going to slide right across here like this. Okay, and right now I'm just going to leave it as wall, but I'll build a gate coming in right through here. All right, now whether I design it so the gate stays open, actually it probably will. That one, and just have decorative doors and things. You know, just to give impressions. I don't need them to actually open and close. Though being able to do so would be really cool. You know, with doors that big, it's like, all right, do I want to build like a flying machine to close that, let it open? I don't know, and I don't think so. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, so that'll come out. Of course, then I get castle wall. All right. Itchy nose. It's so itchy. All right, let's see now. Do I want to follow that? How do I want to follow it? Do I want to... Okay. I am going to bring... Well, I'm going to bring wall from here. Okay, so... Probably not this, not that block, obviously. Probably not this here. I think this is all going to come out. All of that other dirt's going to come out too, but for now, let's just get get all of this extraneous stuff out of the way. And let's bring wall out this way. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like this. I like it. Let's bring this down so I can see where it touches the ground. Right about there. That's a good place for it to touch the ground. All right, now this, I want to scale back here quite a bit, actually. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scale back this hill. I mean, it's a nice hill. You know, it's probably helps old ladies across the street. You know, hills are known for their good works, you know, amongst the community. You know, hills are not something to be overcome, but to be worked with and nurtured, right? That's how the old cliche goes. All right, and I think, yeah, I want to take out one more row here, so this is all going to come out too. All right, okay, so yep, so we'll just take all of this dirt out, all of this extra stone out. Okay, and this is where the castle wall is going to be. Now, this also means that it's actually sticking out just a little bit from where that wall is. But actually, I think that's okay. So if I make this wall, I could come over. Let's see, I'm just going to place that there for a minute. Yeah, how do I want to do this? Now, I said I was thinking I was going to run some city wall along the outside here. Okay, though, you know, because it would also make a little bit of sense from a defensive standpoint if you were to actually be building this castle, building this city. There'll be city out here that's undefended. It's outside the walls. If you're defending from the dark forest here, right, everything's going to push against the wall and wrap this way out into the plains. So you'd want to have some sort of defensive position here. A tower or something that then has clear lines of fire, I mean, not into the forest, but certainly as the monsters come out of the forest and around this way. Now, you'd also probably want to cut back the forest too, but interesting. So it was just interesting little, you know, design there. Just interesting world generation happening that way. This is the other thing I was looking at. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Got ourselves a good cave system here. All right. This tree, aside from looking like one of the Easter Island heads, also has a bat, which really is blending in. All right. Actually, it looks like an Easter Island head that needs a haircut. Right? Tell me that doesn't look like an Easter Island head that needs a haircut. All right. Great. So, all right, so castle's going to come this way. Yeah, in fact, maybe what I'll do is I'll just square out to here. All right, so let's just bring that, come on. Just bring this out this way. Okay. And we'll just craft a few more of those bricks. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we've got some castle happening here. Now, if I bring this, yeah, if I bring this over this way, this will make sense, but I'm going to bring this wall down so I can see where it is down at ground level. Because really, most people build walls from the ground up. They don't tend to build them from the top down. Right? I mean, it really seems like a reasonable approach to build a wall from the ground up. Yeah. Building it from the sky down just seems like a logistical problem, you know? Okay, so let's see. Oops. All right, who's bursting into flames down here? Oh, they are. Cool. You missed there, hun. Yep, that's on you. Wasn't on me. I wasn't the one who threw that potion. Okay. Okay, sure. Poison me. You do that. I'll just... I was going to leave her there, but... But now she's just annoying, so... And let's recover my arrows. Yeah, I think I got them. Cool. All right. All right, we got this. At some point over here, there's a bed. All right. Now, the other nice thing is, hey, I've got rejuvenation over here. Or regeneration. Rejuvenation, it's like the same thing, right? Okay. Realized I'm pretty much going to swallow this entire... Well, it's not really a spruce forest. It's wooded mountains, but... These mountains are all going to be consumed by this castle. Which is okay, but... Yeah, because the castle will come around here, around city wall, around the outside here. Oh, it's going to be great. Ah, so many walls. All right, so... All right, so this is going to come this way. Right, just like this. You got to pucker up your whips like this. Of course, Sebastian said lips and not whips, like I just said, which is a really weird thing to want to pucker. And, huh. Okay, now I'm curious. Oh, well, this is just a big hole. All right, cool. All right, so... Yeah, so this is going to come around this way. Is there anything? All right, this is where the witch was. Oh, hi, man. How are you? Here, let me bring you the fire. And you can bring me the iron. Awesome. I think we're going to get along fine. I mean, you're dead now, but honestly, I think I get along better with dead people than I do with living people, which now sounds really bad now that I've said it that way. What I mean to say is that I don't get along with people, and those who are dead are less talkative. Yeah, that's how that's supposed to go. Yeah. All right, so... Okay, so... I like the tower idea here. All right. Yeah, so that's going to come up that way. And then I'm going to bring some wall. This almost looks like it's just going to be a straight 45 almost. Is it? Yeah, so let's bring it this way a little bit. And then, yeah, I think from right about... Yeah, right about here. We're just going to come... Just going to bring this on a straight diagonal. Yeah, I want to do the angle, but I want to push it towards the edge of the hill a little bit more. So I think I want to put it... Yeah, I think I do want to put it here. Okay, so it's going to slide up like this. Yeah, I think this is going to be a little bit nicer. Let's see, because if this is castle wall, which I've already decided, right? You can see the wall. It's coming right across here eventually. So probably, yeah, I want to connect this. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this outer wall is going to connect to the castle there. All right, which means I guess continue this way. And it also means this guy comes out. I mean, it was nice and friendly once, but then, you know, we started to see other bricks. It was sort of a messy breakup, but probably wasn't too thrilled with me slicing up its friends and using it to build my castle. Okay, so let's see now. We got... well, that's not where that goes at all. Okay, so we've got this. And if I build this out into a nice tower of some sort, which, given the shape of this, would make a lot of sense. Honestly, and I'll probably reshape this edge of the wall to fit a tower a little bit better. But cool, yeah, so that's going to make some sense. Right, so this comes out. In fact, I think this chicken needs to die. Not that I have anything against it, it's just in the way. Because it's killing something for a convenience, or because it's an inconvenience, is the way of the world, right? That's how that works. All right, so this is going to come across this way. Let's grab a little andesite just because. All right, so now I'm not... whoa. Okay, I totally missed that wall. I mean, it was there, and then it wasn't. Okay, so 90 is what I'm at. Now, I think 93 was where the rest of the things are going, but that's fine. I will build it up as I bring the rest of the wall. Right now, I'm just going to... get the shape of this thing in. And I think what I want to do here is I think I do kind of want to follow this up to a point. So right here it makes, I'll continue the 45. And then here so I'm just going to sort of follow the land here just a touch. Because it seems like the thing to do. Now, also the thing to do is figure out where this wall is going to go. And it looks like it's going to go this way. Okay, so this will go here. Or that won't go there, actually. Okay, and so we'll pull this stuff out here. Okay, and then this is going to be the outer edge of this castle. Now, okay. I always feel a little awkward using Silk Touch on coal. I don't know why, but I do. It's just weird. Okay, so this is going to slide right off this rock, just like that. Okay. Okay. We got... oops. I had it, and then I fell. All right, so basically, yeah, take that out. So basically, I'm I'm going to run castle right across here, however high it ends up going. Okay, so right around this way. Cool. Now, okay, now I don't know if I'm going to flatten off the actual castle there, whatever's coming with this building, but the wall, right? This makes sense. Excuse me, just a sec. This is driving me nuts. So, big picture. Also, welcome, Ivy. Let me show you. So, I'm building, it's basically a giant walled city with a castle and all this stuff. So, probably multiple castles, multiple towns. So, there's this section. I'm going to build probably another tower over here. I want to fill in this landscape around here and just leave this sort of a hollow bowl. So I've got this big flip. Oops, let's get out of the clouds. Yeah, so this big flipping thing. And right now I'm just sort of setting the borders. Where's the city wall coming? Right, so it's coming around this way. Here, let me go sleep, and then when daylight comes, then I'll be able to show a little bit more. It'll be great. But basically, I looked at this, and there was just this really nice mountain. Well, fine. It's a really nice mountain that said, "Hi, I want to be a castle." And I said, "Okay." So yeah, that's the plan here. So let me hop up this way. Right, so you can kind of see. Right, there's that outpost. Right, the walls are going to come around this way. I may extend off onto this island as well. I haven't fully committed to that yet. So we're going to have walls. Castle is going to continue, I think, along this line. And this is going to be a little neighborhood of some sort. I'm going to run city wall out and around here. Right, castle. Basically, I'm replacing this mountain with castle. Right, you can see where this whole cliff is. That's going to become a castle. I'm going to run city wall along the outside of this hill. Right, so you come down this way, and you can see how steep this is. Right, and then it sort of drops off into the forest. The backstory here is that they've built this city. They've built the walls to protect the city from whatever might be coming out of the forest. And then there's a number of castles and forts and other things here. So that's the plan. So you're looking big picture. That is the big picture. Okay, so now I've got a couple of things I need to figure out here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it is a pretty area, and I'm just gonna tear it all out and turn it into a castle. But oh, you haven't ever played? Awesome. Yeah, and right now, and I'm not doing anything really technical right now. Right, it's not like I'm doing redstone or anything real fancy decorative stuff. Right now, mostly I'm just trying to figure out where the walls are going. Now, I have a slight challenge for myself. I'm building the walls with the landscape, right? Minecraft is designed to build on 90-degree angles, right? Chunk, chunk, right? Over and over. And I'm building with the landscape. So the wall is wavy and angled and funky. And so I'm giving myself a challenge to work with that. So when I build something cool like this, right? I like this sort of shield design. how do I translate that to an angled wall? Because Minecraft is just sort of weird like that, and it doesn't work on angles well, right? This is a slightly different angle. All right, so building that is definitely a little funky. Now, I will never claim to be one of the best builders in the world. For those you want to start looking at like Hermitcraft or Legacy Craft players, Avamance or Good Times with Scar, those types of people. But Green, All right. Let's see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this wall down to ground level. I mentioned it before. It's easier to build a wall from the ground up than it is to build it from the top down. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it this way. And I'm going to come at sort of this angle. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. Right, I'm going 2 blocks and then over, and 2 blocks and then over, and 2 blocks and over. Right, this is giving me a... It looks like... Well, it'll look like a flat wall. I mean, sure, it's a little angled and funky, but that's the idea. Now, all right, where does this go? Okay, the other thing, because I'm working with the terrain, so what goes where and what's going to come out and all of this fun stuff too, right? All right, so I think what I want to do is actually bring wall this way. Okay, now this is, as I said, this is going to be city wall. Okay, dude, you're in the way. All right? You've walked out of the way. You've saved your own life. Congratulations. You are a smart chicken. You do not become nuggets today. No, not the polished andesite. That would be wrong. I mean, it's useful, but wrong. I want to go... Yeah, so now here's where things are going to get fun. So I'm trying to build with the landscape here a bit. And that does necessitate just weird shapes. And that's... Again, that's part of the idea here. So I want this to be... I want the shapes to be weird. Now, I was talking about it before, but if you start working on a larger build, at least it helps me. I don't know if it'll help you or others, but it helps me to visualize what the backstory of the build is, because then it helps inform decisions I make about the actual design. Don't need that. I do kind of need the shovel, though. Or the shovel. It's an axe. Okay. There we go. Yeah, it helps inform the design. If you say, okay, I'm going to be building... Okay, in this case, it's a walled city. So what does a walled city need? What does it look like? And if you wanted to get really excited to go back and to look at like historical pictures and things like that, that can be interesting. I've also found it can be a hindrance on occasion. So let's see, what angle do I want this to go at? I think what I want to do is there. Oh, come on. Now there is a plugin on this server which allows us to fly, which is really convenient. Okay, so I'm going to have to free up some inventory space because I've got way more dirt than I'm feeling the need to carry right now. Okay, and I want to take down that dark oak tree. And, this dark oak tree, which has some very thin roots. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to bring this wall across this way over here. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up a little bit of a fort or a small castle over here on this side. Right. The backstory here would be, okay, it's over here guarding over the forest. It's also watching the river and protecting or guarding against attacks that might be coming from across the river. All right, so that's why you do backstory, because it helps you figure out, all right, what the heck is this doing? Now, speaking of backstory, it is about time for me to be signing off. So let me go drop off some things, and we'll go take a look and see who's around to raid, because that's always fun, like a good raid. And we'll just drop all of the dirt there in that box. All right, so let's whip out the webcam. I definitely want to thank all of you for joining me and participating today. It's been a lot of fun. Definitely want to give a shout out to everyone who's followed, but also want to point you all at my Patreon. You can go subscribe over at patreon.com/musicfreegaming for exclusive content, behind the scenes stuff, that type of thing. Oops, let's hit the right button there. And then, of course, you can follow me Twitter, Instagram, and now TikTok at Music Free Gaming, and join the Discord, all that fun stuff. So yeah, it's fun and exciting. All right, now that said, let's take a quick look and see who is around. If there's anyone around to raid here. Yeah, I think Cumulus would be good, perhaps. Couple of people playing Destiny, or Destiny 2, actually. So I think. All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what Cumulus is up to. Cumulus is all sorts of fun. He's a member of Team Mob, Minecraft or Bust. But he's also indicated his stream is intended for mature audiences. So even though he's got it labeled PG-13 in his title, so okay, interesting. Well, I think we'll whoops. There we go. Maybe it's the ad that's for mature audiences. That's how this goes. All right. Well, let's go ahead and raid Cumulus. I said it does say from mature from Twitch, but it also says PG-13 in his title. So we'll go that way. So I'll see you. My next stream is Thursday. Boy, that didn't load up nicely. Okay. My next stream is Thursday at 6 p.m. And until then, be excellent to each other. This is Music Free Gaming signing off.